It's Brian Preston, the Money Guy.
So this next question is from Jordan. Jordan said, what is the best place to park money set aside for deductibles? So it sounds like Jordan is in, I'm guessing, step one of the financial order of operations. Jordan said, savings rates are so low, I'm thinking about short-term bond ETFs.
Yeah.
So I'm step one of FU. My savings account's not paying me anything. Should I do some bond ETFs? So maybe I try to beef up the return of my step one of the FU.
You know, Jordan, this is the weird thing is that historically you'd be like, hey, that's a great way because I'm willing to take on a touch more risk. I don't want to go into the equity marketplace, but I'm willing to go a little more risk, like maybe do bonds so I can get a higher interest rate and you know, so I can hopefully get a better rate of return than what cash is doing. That makes complete sense, but there's a problem. There's some weird interest rate distortion things going on in the bond marketplace right now. And look, I don't want anybody to mishear this and think I'm saying that bonds are going to crash like the stock market will. They don't have the same risk, but duration risk and then interest rate risk, there's still risk associated with bond investing too. And even short-term bonds are going to be in a weird state if interest rates start going up. So even a short-term bond fund could bear some risks that you would be really disappointed in if you needed this money in the next 2 to 3 years. So I would encourage you, and it is so unsexy with cash being so low on its yield, but I would probably do like an online FDIC insured savings account. I mean, some of the biggest providers that you see at the top of the list when you go to bankrate.com is somebody like an ally.com. But do your research, and then I know you're trying to maximize yield, but be careful getting into things that are priced daily and have, a valuation impact from interest rates or market risks. It could be a concern.
So I'm not incredibly well versed in like military terms, right? So if I'm screw something up here, I just want you to let me know.
You think I'm going to be your backstop?
Maybe Dr. Ron will come in here and straighten me out if I'm wrong on this. But like, in the armed forces, different people have different jobs. Different soldiers, right, have different jobs and responsibilities that they carry out. Well, remember, when you're working through the financial order of operations, you're building your army of dollar bills. Every single dollar in your army is a soldier that has a purpose. One thing you have to remind yourself of is when I'm in step one, deductibles covered, those soldiers, their sole job is to keep me out of the ditch. They are not my growth soldiers. My growth soldiers are the ones that I'm doing Roth and HSA, maxing out employer retirement accounts, hyperaccumulation. It's okay if I'm not maximizing every single bit of return that I can get out of my deductible covered soldiers or even my emergency fund soldiers, but they still serve a vital, vital role in your army. So don't forget that. Don't start putting everything into the growth bucket and leave yourself naked and exposed because they are there to keep you out of the ditch. So I know it's not fun and it's not exciting, but it's necessary if you're going to follow the correct path to building financial independence. I don't think I said anything. That's right.
The only thing you should have said, FU, financial order of operations. I mean, because that's exactly what Jordan was referring to. And I think you just have to respect that portion, and that's why it's a smaller portion, is to keep you safe.
That's right.